You grab your power bank, you're out the door, and the cable's still on your desk, or it's buried in your bag, doing its best impression of spaghetti. Here's the thing. Built-in cables have always been kind of a joke. Too slow, too fragile, or just ugly. But Ugreen is claiming their PB727 pushes 55 watts, can top off a MacBook Air, and still slides into your front pocket. That's a bold claim. So I put it on the tester. Is this actually the power bank EDC guys have been waiting for, or just another plastic brick with a party trick? Let's find out. Out of the box, I was genuinely surprised. The finish is this matte, slightly cool tone gray. It doesn't feel budget at all. No creaking, no flex. It's got some weight to it in a good way. Now this is the main event, the integrated braided USB-C cable. It doesn't flop around. It clicks into the side and stays there. Ugreen also throws a second USB-C to C cable in the box, so you can charge 2 devices at once. Didn't expect that. And the display? Way better than I expected. Forget the 4 vague LEDs most banks use. This has a 5-segment ring. Each bar is exactly 20%. But the real feature is the live watt meter. I checked it against my professional gear. Accurate to within 2 watts. That matters because now you can actually see if your phone is hitting fast charge speeds or if your cable's the bottleneck. Okay, let's get into the nerdy stuff because this is where it gets interesting. Through the built-in cable, the PB727 is running PD 3.0 up to 45 watts in PPS for Samsung devices and UFCS at 33 watts. That's the newer standard you're starting to see on Chinese flagship phones. But here's the weird part. When I plugged in my PowerZ protocol tester, it said no Xiaomi fast charge protocol detected. Then I plugged in an actual Xiaomi pad and it immediately jumped to 55 watts. The bank is hiding proprietary handshake tech that flies under the radar of generic testers, but absolutely works in the real world. That's kind of impressive, honestly. On top, you've also got a secondary USB-C output and a USB-A port with 25 watt SCP. So Huawei users and anyone running older gear is covered. This thing genuinely speaks every fast charge dialect. Most power banks quietly underdeliver on capacity. They slap 10,000 milliamp hours on the box, and you get maybe 80% of that in real world use. Ugreen went the other direction. It's rated at 36 watt hours, but in my 15 volt charge test, I pulled 39.5 watt hours out of it. That's roughly 10% more than advertised. Thermals are solid too. During the 15 volt discharge test, the shell peaked at 34.1 degrees Celsius. That's 93.4 Fahrenheit. And at a standard 5 volt discharge, the kind that reflects everyday USB charging, it delivered 30.4 watt hours. Still well above what most competitors manage at this price point. Now, push it to maximum output, and then things get more interesting. For the first 10 minutes, the bank delivers full power, around 50 watts. Then the thermal protection kicks in. It doesn't shut down. It steps down. Current drops to about 1.57 amps. Then again, roughly 25 minutes later, to around 1.05 amps. 2 protection stages, not 1 hard cutoff. Peak temperature during this test, 40.3 Celsius on the bank itself. That's 104.5 Fahrenheit, with the charger alongside it hitting 38.1. Total energy delivered in this mode, 30.8 watt hours over 71 minutes. Is that throttling? Technically, yes, but here's the thing. It's smart throttling. The bank doesn't give up. It manages itself. And honestly, sustained 50 watt output from something this size would be a thermal nightmare without it. All right, it's not perfect. The big one for a lot of people is no pass-through charging. Plug this into a wall outlet while a device is connected, and the output ports reset, so you can't leave it on your nightstand, topping off your phone and the bank at the same time. That's a real limitation if that's part of your workflow. On the flip side, and I actually appreciate this, it has a dedicated low current mode. Long press the power button and it won't cut off when you plug in your AirPods or a smartwatch. Small devices, small draw, it just works instead of shutting down after 30 seconds. But before we move on, here's the full picture from all my discharge tests. What does this tell us? A few things. First, the 15 volt result is the most honest measure of raw capacity, and it beats the label. That almost never happens. Second, at 5 volts, you lose some energy to conversion inefficiency, which is normal. You're still getting solid real-world output. Third, at maximum power, the bank runs hotter and delivers less usable energy. On the flip side, and I actually appreciate this, it has a dedicated low current mode. Long press the power button, and it won't cut off when you plug in your AirPods or a smartwatch. Small devices, small draw, it just works instead of shutting down after 30 seconds. So, who is this actually for? If you're the kind of person who wants one pocket-sized thing that can fast charge an iPhone, a Samsung, or even top off a MacBook Air on a flight without wrestling with a cable bag, this is legitimately one of the better options out there right now. It's honest about what it is. It over-delivers on capacity. And the built-in cable actually doesn't suck. That's rarer than it should be. Links in the description. Drop a comment. What's your current EDC power setup? I'm curious what people are actually carrying. Subscribe if you want more hands-on testing like this. See you in the next one.